Hi everyone, it's Matt here from Greatness Everyday, and in this video I want to do things a little bit differently than a usual video. I want to go ahead and I want to give you a tour of my office. Now this is a place that I've moved into just recently, and I just kind of set things up how I wanted to, and I'm really excited with how it's turned out just because it really helps me really kind of stay focused and increase my productivity. So I'm excited to show you this small but very useful space for me. So a couple things here is if you look behind me, really the main thing on this wall is my bookshelf, and over here with the bookshelf I've got a couple different things. At the very top I have a quick reminder here for me. It's just one of those light up boards. I don't use it lit up, but you can write whatever reminder you want on there, and I just write choose greatness every day because it's a simple, I believe, a choice in order for you to choose greatness. Below that I have my bookshelf, and there's probably a lot of books here that you have read yourselves. I'm going to do a few videos about book reviews as well as some of the books that I'm looking forward to reading this year. So I'm happy because I've actually filled out an entire shelf, which those of you that know me has probably never happened in my life. Below that, just a few odds and ends. Really over here, I've got some like tripods and things like that. I find that this one right here is good for live streams when I'm on my phone, able to put my phone into that little mount, and things go pretty quickly and easily with that. And then down below, I've got my GoPro, a gimbal, and then some accessories below that. Over here, I have my headphones, and I've got an Allen key and a few other things. And then down at the bottom here, you'll see these clamps. I love these clamps. Just kind of acts as an extra hand. You can clamp them onto something if you need to. Holds things up. And then some double-sided tape, is anybody that's in video knows how important that is. And below this I have my teleprompter, which is extremely useful. I don't use it a lot anymore, but when you go ahead and start making videos, I definitely recommend one of those if you have the extra money to spend. And then below that you can see just some different backgrounds. I've got a green screen, some white backgrounds, and a black background. I don't really use those here in my new place at all. In fact, the green screen and the other backgrounds have never been out of the packaging. And of course I've got my backpack here. All right, so if we turn around, you're gonna see like the main piece of my office here. And with that, I have on the left hand side, I've got my whiteboard. I use that to really plan out my time. For me, that whiteboard is something that I find very valuable because this allows me to really be strategic and purposeful in the videos that I make. On the other side of it, I have a spot where I identify the people that I want to interview. So that really just allows me to be organized, and I want to make as many videos as possible in 2019. So I'm using that to really kind of structure my month, structure my day, and things like that. So I'm happy that that's up and I can actually see it. I don't have to kind of think about it. I can see it, and it's a lot easier to be organized. And back here, you're gonna see over here, I have my sound panels, and these are sound dampening panels. They're cheap ones I bought off of Amazon. I find them super useful, and I just don't have enough of them. I wish I had the entire room filled with sound dampening panels, which would be awesome for my acoustics. I find that in here, because it's a small room and because of the material the walls are made up of, the acoustics, to be honest, aren't super great. So I can get more of those. Eventually I will, and I'll fill up the walls and the better spots for my acoustics. So that is what I have here. Down here, okay, this is kind of the main feature of my room. Down here I've got my standing desk, and it's a desk that I got from Ikea. I believe it's called the Skarsta. I don't really remember. I'll link that all down below. Of course I've got my computer chair, which I use when I'm sitting down. Below that I have a rubber matting. This rubber matting is actually super good for when I'm standing and working on it. And then on my desk I have a water bottle because I always want to stay hydrated. Have as much water as I can during a day. Over here I've got my 5-year journal and my gratitude journal with my intentions down inside of that. Over here I've got a tripod and a phone. I just find that the tripod really helps me when I am going through and working so that I don't have to be looking down all the time if my phone is laying flat on the table. It just helps my neck a little bit, and I find it useful when I work on that. Obviously it's plugged in for charging. I've got my iMac, keyboard and mouse, and then I have my mic for podcasting. Down here I've got a printer. I've never used it in this new spot. I don't use it very often, that's why it doesn't have a specific spot. And I'll just show you very quickly how I go through and set up my desk. You're gonna see that there's this lever here. I can put it out, and I'm gonna pull it out, and let me set it up and show you how high it goes. Now, one of the things is if you can see just from kind of where I'm filming, I am quite tall. This desk works perfectly for me at 6'5", 195 centimeters. I love the stand-up desk. Just the ability to work sitting, work standing, it's a game changer for me. I decided not to go for the electric version that moves up and down through electricity, just because it's a stand-up desk. In my opinion, if I want to stand up, I'm doing that so I can be a little bit more flexible, and it's just better for you to not be sitting all the time. I take a minute to crank it up. It's not a big deal. That's my opinion on it. And let me show you how that looks right now. If I can set my camera up here. All right, I think that will work. So basically, you just grab it here and you're gonna crank it up. And as you're doing this, I have to say, like, it's actually, the desk is very sturdy. I was worried about how sturdy it would be with all my stuff on it when it's at its highest, but I really find it pretty sturdy. All right, so you can see that my desk here is standing up right now. If I wanted to, I'd go ahead and put that mat down beneath it, just to really kind of have some comfort. It's a rubberized mat, it's super comfortable. But then I have my desk, and I've got my desk up here. I'm able to work at it, and it's great. I really like it. One thing is to lock it off. All I'm going to do is take this crank, and I'm gonna push it in all the way, and you're gonna see underneath is just a spot to lock it out there. So that's all you go, and here it is. So that is my area, my workspace. Definitely a different video here. I hope that it's something that you enjoyed, just seeing kind of how I structure my workspace. Okay, it's nothing glamorous, it's very simple, but I like it. It works for me. So I don't know if it works for you, but I just want to know what you think about this video. I hope that it's something you enjoyed to see, and let me know down in the comments below if you did, and I'll see you in the next video.